In this short video, we will go ahead and take a look at the syllabus for the class Design 207, Revit. My name is Tom Vorkoper and I'm the instructor, and you can reach me during the semester in two ways. You can reach me with the email tvorkoper@dtv-designs.com. You can also reach me by my cell phone number, which I've listed right here. You can text me or call me, and I'll get back to you as soon as I can. The goal of this class is to teach Revit to a level of basic understanding where the student will be confident in his or her ability in implementing the program in a professional environment. I'll go ahead and let you read the student learning outcomes and the disability accommodations on your own. Again, you can find the syllabus through Blackboard. Grading will be consisted of four main categories: participation, quizzes, weekly assignments, and final project. The participation will mainly be done through Blackboard on the discussion forums. Please make use of the discussion forums and add to all of the threads, and use that as a place to ask questions where myself or any other student can answer. There will be several quizzes. As you can see down here, there will be 4 take-home quizzes and 3 practical quizzes throughout the semester. Those will make up 15% of your grade. Weekly assignments will be due on Friday throughout the semester and make up 25% of your grade. And finally, the final project is worth 50% of your grade. It is a big portion of your grade, and if you do not turn it in, you will fail the class. The final project is worth so much of your grade because Revit throughout the semester is an accumulative learning experience. We will continually build upon the past week's knowledge to improve our understanding of the program. The text is Autodesk Revit for Architects 2017. It's by Sham Tiku. And you can get the textbook from cadsim.com, amazon.com, or at the school bookstore. The class structure will be set up on a weekly basis. Each week, I will post online videos. You'll turn in weekly assignments, and hopefully you'll do the optional lab work. This, in conjunction with the discussion forums on Blackboard, will hopefully present Revit in a way that you can learn it very well. Throughout the semester, we will be taking random pop quizzes. You'll have 4 take-home quizzes, 3 practical quizzes where you actually build a Revit model based on something that I show you, and you'll have a limited time to do that in. And finally, you'll turn in a final project. Down here, I've listed several websites that you might find useful as a resource throughout the semester. The first 3 are websites that you can find families, Revit families from. The first 2 you can find free families, and the last one you can pay for families. A Revit family is very similar to a very smart AutoCAD block, and you use them all the time, so this is very helpful. DGCAD.com is a great resource. There are many free videos to help you learn Revit, as well as some that you can pay for. The more current ones are the ones that you have to pay for. And lastly, Augie.com is a great resource as well. Augie stands for Autodesk Users Group International. And if you can go to the forums webpage on the Augie.com website, you can type in any question you might have for Revit, and someone has already asked that question, and most people have answered it. I highly recommend familiarizing yourself with Augie.com and the forums. I use it often. To turn in your homework, you will have to make PDFs. You'll make one PDF for the apartment project and one PDF for the club project throughout the semester per week. So when you go into Revit and you have printer settings, here are the settings that you need to make your PDF. You'll go through to Setup, and in Setup you'll find this dialog box. You'll want to make sure that your paper size is ARC E1, your paper placement is in the center, and you zoom to 100%. Also, you'll want to make sure that you're on raster processing and that you're on high quality and color. Then once you make your print from there, your PDF, everything will be set up just fine. And finally, let's talk about the schedule. The schedule will be based on a weekly schedule with your homework assignments due every Friday. The due dates you can find in association with each week here in blue. They correlate to every Friday for each week. The first week, the discussion, introduction week, we don't have any homework due that's coming from the textbook, but I will be looking for you to have added a thread to the discussion on Blackboard, introducing yourself to all of your fellow students. Starting next week, we'll have assignments due that come straight from your textbook. The way I've set up the syllabus is showing the two projects, the apartment and the club, along two columns. In each column, the apartment or the club, you can see by week what will be due. The description of each assignment that's due has parentheses and then either a T and an E followed by a number. The parentheses tells you which chapter the exercise or the tutorial is coming from. So in this case, Chapter 2, Tutorial 1 is due for week 2. Also, Chapter 3, Tutorial 1 and Tutorial 3 would also be due. Now this is all accumulative. So again, you will only be creating one PDF for this group of tutorials to turn in for the apartment on week 2. Likewise, you'll be making one PDF of these tutorials and these exercises for the club to turn in for week 2. So for week 2, to be clear, you'll have one PDF containing all of this for the apartment, plus one PDF containing all of this for the club. And you will turn in these two PDFs through Blackboard for week 2. As you work your way through the semester, you will need separate PDFs for each week. However, you will only have one Revit file for the apartment and one Revit file for the club. As you work through each of the weeks, the Revit file will grow. As you can see, in week 2, we'll be creating walls and creating sheets. And then week 3, we'll be taking those walls and we'll be adding doors and windows and openings to them. And so on and so forth. So it's accumulative. So you only need one Revit file, but you'll need PDFs, separate PDFs for each week. And as you scroll down, you can see all of the assignments that are due. Lastly, in red are the quizzes and the final project that'll be due for the class. And you can see when those are due on the syllabus. Please email me or give me a call if you have any questions on this. And lastly, I just wanted to make a comment about Revit versions. We'll be using Revit version 2017. You can use 2016 or even 2018 if you wish. They're all very similar. However, please be warned that Revit is not backwards compatible. That means if you have Revit 2018 at home and you save your file and you go to the computer lab and try to use that on Revit 2017, it will not open.